Mohamed Salah and Jurgen Klopp fell out on the touchline in Liverpool's draw with West Ham, but that won't change his Reds' future. Mohamed Salah's falling out with Jurgen Klopp in Liverpool's 2-2 draw with West Ham United on Saturday afternoon brought to light what seemed like yet another crumbling aspect of the current Liverpool era amid the club's shock loss of form in the final few weeks of the German's tenure. But speaking exclusively to Givesport, Dean Jones believes that it won't have much impact on Salah's future whatsoever, given that Klopp is leaving Anfield at the end of the season, with Salah set to be introduced to the fray at the London Stadium. The Egyptian lined up on the touchline alongside fellow attacker Darwin Núñez ready to come on, but before he was brought onto the field of play, the winger was seen having a spat with his manager by matchday cameras, which was the main talking point after a result that further stunted Liverpool's shot at the Premier League title. But with Klopp due to leave at the end of the campaign, it won't influence Salah's decision. According to Jones, Mohamed Salah will be needed by Liverpool next season. Salah is a key part of Liverpool's squad. Despite a downturn in form, there will be a chance for the Reds to start afresh under Arne Slot, though it's not known how well they will do under the incoming Dutchman. Slot has won a Dutch Cup and the Eredivisie in his time in Rotterdam, though Liverpool's season tends to be much tougher on all fronts, and Slot will need to get recruitment and tactics spot on if he is to finish ahead of Arsenal and Manchester City next season. Salah will be key to his chances, and convincing him to stay would be a masterstroke in itself if the Reds are to win a trophy. Dean Jones, Salah fallout is pretty much irrelevant. Mohamed Salah and Jurgen Klopp's fallout versus West Ham won't matter for much. Speaking exclusively to Givesport, Jones acknowledged that their falling out will be irrelevant in terms of his Reds' future, with Klopp set to depart in 2 months, and with Liverpool not likely to force him out, it will likely see him stay at Anfield. He said, the impact of any fallout with Klopp isn't really going to roll onto the decision over next season because it's pretty much irrelevant. Salah has an ego just like any other superstar, and we got an insight into him being annoyed. He'll always feel like he should be on the pitch. That's what any star player thinks. But now it shines a light on what Liverpool do going forward. There is no way I can see Liverpool forcing him out, but if Salah shows a willingness to go to Saudi Arabia, then it becomes more interesting. There is obviously an argument to be made that this would be a good time for him to move on, but the plan as I understood it was that it would be dictated by conversations with Salah at the end of the season. We also need to see an offer actually put on the table from another club, so there is even a decision to make. Liverpool's Premier League title hopes are all but lost. The Reds have blown their chance to win the Premier League title, having lost to Everton, Crystal Palace and Atlanta. In recent weeks, the Reds have gone from potentially winning a superb treble to almost certainly being restricted to a single trophy this season, in the form of the Carabao Cup they won against Chelsea in late February. That has massively affected squad morale, with Liverpool seeing off Klopp's superb 9-year spell as boss with just 1 trophy in his farewell campaign. Cracks are starting to show. They were out of sorts against Palace, comfortably second best against Everton in the Merseyside derby, and now need Arsenal to lose 2 of their final 3 games in the league, alongside needing Manchester City to drop points in 3 of their final 4 games, all whilst recording maximum points themselves.